So in this video, I want to share with you some session that's about bringing a real soul back. It will be really relevant to people who really trying a lot of things and nothing just works in their life, really just not working. I will really suggest to try this technique because again, psychology is nice, counseling is nice, but just talking about your problems doesn't solve your core problem. So it's time to really remove the problem from the core. And I'm giving you the best tools, the best techniques that actually works and change your life for good. So some theory, this technique is amazing, and I'm through the years as a therapist, I'm trying a lot of different things to see what really actually works and gives the best result and solve the problem from the core. And there are so many things that can interfere with our success in life and living our life for the fullest. So many things, and a lot of them can happen because of trauma, really deep trauma. So a little bit of background, how a person can actually exist in life and live his life without his soul active, like he's losing his soul. So a lot of the time, entities can take control of a person, and his soul might be present somehow, but it's not active to the fullest. So most of the time, the person controlled by entities of something or someone else and not living his life, just entity controlling his body. And what happens, a lot of the time, the person is not really recognizing who he is and doesn't know what is the purpose of life for him, why is he living, is very lost, life is difficult for him, he can't achieve whatever he wants. He's feeling in complete shithole. And you see other people very successful and don't get it, what they do, how it so easily happens to them, but not to that person. And to exist in life in this way without actually your true self, your soul, it's super difficult, it's really painful, and some very, very bad thoughts can come up. When our soul is back to us, we really want to live this life. We have the energy and we want to live this life. We want to expand, we want to grow, we are curious. This is the healthy state to be in. But when we think in really bad thoughts, it's not we, it's our soul want to live. These bad thoughts are done by the entity that controlling not who we are. You need to understand that really carefully. This entity that controls all this negativity, all these negative thoughts, it's not who we are. Because if we are really connected to who we are and our soul, we want to live and experience and go through the lessons of this life and expand and live the life to the fullest. This is our original state. If we are not in this original state, somewhere along the way, you lost your soul. This mainly caused by very traumatic event. When this event happened, to each and everyone it will be different. The soul get pushed out and something else taking its place. And since then, the person is not himself anymore and he can go through life until this entity will do whatever it's aimed to do. Alright? And yes, I know it's very scary to live life like this. And especially, I must say, so what's happening in this session? So how it's actually done? So the person is getting into symbolism state where we bypass the critical factor. So the person is getting completely relaxed and the subconscious taking control. So consciously, we are not operating, we're only operating on the subconscious level. Then the therapist directs the person to that event, what might happen that he lost his soul. The subconscious mind immediately will know what happened, which event. So when the logical mind is not operating, the soul, like the subconscious mind, immediately take the person to the event. When is that happening? And then we're trying to uncover this event, what is actually happening, what happened in that moment. And then somehow you feel, so you will feel in your body when is that happened. You will feel something really strong. You will know for sure this is the event that you lost your soul. After that, you're going to speak with this entity, because sometimes entity can come in when it was like a surgery and you've been under anesthesia. So a soul can go out and something else can come in. When, for example, some person lost his life and then he went to a funeral, or something really traumatic happened, and some parts, some entity from this person who already passed away settles in your body. So that has to be some kind of really traumatic event for you, and then in this moment of weakness, the entity attaches. And since then, usually it's not letting go. And then a person lives life of someone else. So in therapy, in the therapeutic process, we identify this. And when we are when the subconscious mind has actually led the person to the right event, the person will feel it, because it will become, it will be some kind of resistance, because the entity knows that she's going to be gone soon, because the person's subconscious mind can do everything. It's a very powerful tool that we have. So if the entity is still in us, we are keeping it. But in the therapy, we can able to facilitate to remove this entity once and for all. After we're removing this entity, yes, it will be significant change. And then what happens, we are looking where is our soul, who we were, what was our life, and who we were before this entity took control. And the therapist facilitate this process that the client, the patient will remember and remind him, how does it feel to feel completely joy, happy, and really connected to this existence, and to be who is really are. And then really nice feelings changes and taking place compared to where this entity was, and this feeling all the body like kind of getting filled with all those positive emotions, and the soul of a person is coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back, and the person will feel it. It will feel marvelous. All right. Then, of course, the therapist in the same session will check if there was other really serious traumatic events that led also to the soul to leave the body and something else is there. So the subconscious mind will know for sure, okay? And then we can change those kind of areas as well. After everything is clear, the person feeling really, really good, okay? So we're going through life from birth till the day that he is, yes, to see with the new emotions, with the new, where his soul already there, how he passing through different events, really critical events of his life, how he feels and how he actually operates until this day. Different events that were traumatic, they can just change. They can just change. And the person kind of differently operates, is acting differently in those events. He can be a completely different person. He feels differently and is able to change that. So all the sequence of events since the soul came back, everything changes. He feels that. And then the person opens his eyes and it will be a really, he can live really his life. Everything will become clear to him. He won't have these negative thoughts of, wow, yeah, he won't have these negative thoughts. So something else I want to mention, sometimes after the session, our conscious mind will remember, because it's quite scary to work with such entities, and it will kind of try to consider, oh, maybe it's still there, or maybe it's not gone. This is just the mind playing with you. It's okay, calm it down, focus on whatever, something positive, focus on the moment that it's already gone. Now you can live really your best life. You know who you are, and the process happened. All right? And also I want to say thanks to Sergei Bushov, who taught me and worked with me with this technique. That was really amazing. He's a great therapist. I will leave his details, Telegram below if you want to contact him. He speaks only Russian, so sorry who is not able to contacting me another way. Yeah, so that was one of the processes of bringing back your soul back. And all right, so CLATYR, celebrate your life according to your rules.